All right. So, Max, give me a thumbs up. You can see my screen right now. Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, guys, so I'm going to fly through this. You can see the recording. The company that we work with is called Enagic. Okay. Now, we are basically like subcontracted, basically, by this company. And what our team provides is a product that has excellent health benefits. If you're into fitness or health or well being, the product is excellent. A lot of personal development stuff. Again, I'm a coach. This is what I do. A community of people that is crushing, which is what we love. You make income. You get tax write offs because you now become a business owner. And then why most people are here is for time freedom, so you can do what you want when you want, and you can actually create generational wealth with this opportunity. That was one of the main reasons why I joined. I don't come from a lot of money, but now I'm going to have a lot of money to give to my kids. So again, we're going to go through these three topics today. We're going to talk about the health, the product, and the income generation opportunity. Our company's been around for over 50 years, and we have offices all over the planet. I'll talk more about this for the business opportunity portion. Okay, so our flagship product is something called the K8. This is a water ionizer. If you do research online, you might see people talking about alkaline water. This is not alkaline water. This is hydrogen water. So hydrogen water is alkaline, but it's a lot different because it's called alkalized versus alkaline water. We'll talk about that in a bit. If you know who Andrew Huberman is, he's been a big supporter of hydrogen water lately. If you know who Gary Brecka is, he's the doctor that works with Dana White. He's been a really big proponent of hydrogen water as well. I've been drinking this for 8 years, and it's basically a life hack. It seriously improves the quality of your well-being. So it's a small device, but like the size of almost like a toaster. It hooks up to any faucet and it turns regular bullshit chlorinated tap water into high value hydrogen rich water. This is going to get a little sciencey here, but this is part of my favorite aspect of this. So 95% of the world's population has health problems, and it's primarily due to these four factors: acidity, oxidation, toxification, and dehydration. So what is acidity? This is called the pH scale. Anything below 7 is acidic. Anything above 7 is considered neutral. And our bodies are 7.4. So we are slightly alkaline in nature. And because of the just amount of bullshit that is all around us all the time, whether it's blue light is acidic, all the toxins that we breathe in, fast food, even most regular food, pesticides, la la la, we just live in an acidic environment. And so we need assistance in maintaining our pH of 7.4. Otherwise, it starts to degrade our bodies. Oxidation. Now, this is the real health aspect. This is the most important part to pay attention because, again, it's not alkaline water, it's hydrogen water. So, oxidation is the opposite of antioxidants. Oxidation is the act of aging. So, when you see fruit turning brown, when you see metal rusting, this is oxidation. In our body, oxidation is our DNA breaking down. It does this because of something that's called a free radical oxygen. I can answer more questions about this at the end, but basically the machine creates what's called active molecular hydrogen, which bonds with the free radical oxygen in our body, neutralizing it into water. You can do a quick research to find out that active molecular hydrogen is the most powerful antioxidant that we found, the most powerful anti-aging that we found in the scientific community, and our water is full of it. So toxification and dehydration. Toxification is when you're putting more toxins in your body than are leaving. So over time, the toxins build up, and this leads to heart disease, skin disease, obesity, because we have poisons in our body that are not leaving. The body is almost entirely water. We're almost entirely made of water. And so you are what you drink. And if you drink poisoned water or plastic water, that's going to be what your body becomes. So we put good water in, good water goes out. We're able to get increased hydration because of something that's called reduced microclustering. So basically, what ends up happening is regular water is in these larger clusters, and through the electrolysis process, the clusters become smaller, so more water is able to enter the cells. I'll send some videos into the WhatsApp group later, but there is so many health stories. I've had people that have reversed their diabetes. I've actually a handful of people in my businesses reduce their eczema. What happens when you leave these things unchecked, these health issues, is you end up on a day-to-day basis, you end up stressed, lower energy, poor sleep quality, and low libido, which is actually a big problem for men right now, is a low libido. It's a bit of a tragedy. And long term, when you leave acidity and all these things unchecked, this is all the things that we get scared about with aging, which is things like diabetes, neurodegeneration, arthritis, and things like cancers. So we live in a poisonous, crazy time, and it's really good to maintain that. Don't drink tap water, just stop. It's better to drink plastic water than it is to drink chlorine. These are real pictures of people that we've helped. This is a pipe from cities. So it's like the water's really pooched that's coming out of the taps. We have shower units that help with this. And here's a bunch of people that you probably don't care about that also have our machines. Rich people have them. That's just the way that it goes. Now we can utilize the entire pH scale with these machines at the touch of a button, which is really cool. You have access to something called hypochlorous acid. It's a better disinfectant than bleach, so you can clean pretty much everything without using all the bullshit toxic chemicals that we've been told are good for cleaning. This is a big seller in Asia. It's a skin toner, and women will spend, or people, I guess, but women will spend $30 to $50 a month on little bottles of skin toner. We have unlimited access in our machines. And then this is probably one of the most impactful ones, which is cleaning the poison off of vegetables. I'll send some videos into the chat afterwards of me like doing this. But you can see this photo on the side here. This is literally the difference when you clean pesticides off of food with regular water versus the 11.5 pH water. And I explain that more in the videos. So we're going to get into the money-making component now. This is why I originally joined. I actually didn't care about the product at all when I first joined. Now I super duper do. But when I first started, I was like, again, 24, 25 sales guy. I just wanted to make some more money and have more freedom to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And so I'm passionate about what I'm about to show you guys, because it's absurd and it's the best opportunity. And if you're young, like most of you guys are here, it's really, really, really good idea to get started as soon as you can. So this is something called the innovation adoption life cycle. Basically, this is like, when do you get involved? So like, we could have bought Bitcoin 5 years ago. We could have bought Bitcoin 10 years ago. And if we would have been at the innovation stage. Now people buying it, they're almost in the early majority, but we still technically have early adopters. These machines are since I've been involved in the company in North America, in 8 years, it's gone from being in 1.8% of homes to 5%. And so that's a really dramatic growth. Last year, the company sold $2 billion. The year before, they sold $1 billion. So it's dramatically increasing. And so we're at an early adopter phase right now. It's a really, really exciting time to get involved in a company like this, especially with our product and the income making opportunity, because more people are caring about health, more people are caring about the water that they're drinking, and more, especially in North America, people are realizing that you can't have one stream of income or you just end up broke. And the only way to go anywhere is to actually have more than one stream of income. And obviously people want to be able to work remotely because it's the best thing. Yeah, so paradigm shifts. I'm just going to breeze through this. A lot of people missed out on really big opportunities. Like Gary Vee, he didn't invest in Uber and he was given the opportunity to invest in Uber because he's like, people aren't just going to get in random people's cars. I think he says it cost him like $6 billion or something. So it was a big mistake. This is a classic one, and then people are shifting. Like I said, people are not drinking plastic water bottles as much anymore. They don't like the idea of tap water. And so our product is becoming more and more and more popular. Again, I've been in the company 8 years, so I've really seen it start to take off. There's something called relationship marketing, which is basically when people buy the product, they get the ability to sell the product. I'm not going to go into this too much with Tesla, but before I get into the company, I'm going to address something that I feel will be important to address in this call. So, there's something called a pyramid scheme and there's something called a multi-level market, and people don't know the differences between these two things, and that's fine. But pyramid schemes don't have product or service. A pyramid scheme is where I'm like, yo, Max, every person that you get to give me $500, I'm going to give you $200. So there's no product, there's no service, it's just people and money circulating, and those are illegal. Multi-level markets don't spend any money on advertising, on marketing, or on sales. So the company Enagic, which makes the Kangen water products, doesn't spend any money on sales, on marketing, on advertising. So as a byproduct, there's a massive budget left over for company growth. And that entire budget gets invested into the people that buy the product, use the product, and then tell other people about the product. It's word of mouth sales. That's where it all goes. More and more, we're in a trust deficit online. People don't watch ads. You got a YouTube thing open. It's like you skip the ad in five, four, three, and as soon as you can, you skip that ad. You're not watching ads anymore. Commercials used to be good. Ads used to be good. Now people don't care because they don't trust you. So word of mouth marketing and referral marketing is on an uprise, and that's how this company works. So again, the company's been around for 50 years and we can get sales all over the planet. So my largest team for this is in Ghana, is in Africa. I've never been there, but that's where my largest team is. My second largest team is in London, England. I've also never been there, and that's where my second largest team is. I live in Canada. That's where my third largest team is. Because of this opportunity, I was able to move to Hong Kong and Thailand. I lived there for 4 years, and that's where my first, fourth, and fifth largest teams are respectively. Because of this company, when you join, you can not only get sales anywhere on the planet, you can recruit teams anywhere on the planet. So for those of you that are in door-to-door sales here, you right now can only sell in one country. You right now can only recruit teams in one country. With this opportunity, you have access to billions of people to sell, and more importantly, billions of people that can be on your sales team. So it's basically the equivalent of buying a global franchise, and the business itself should be worth way more than what they charge because it's absolutely absurd that you can build teams all over the planet. That was the first reason why I joined. Like, are you kidding me? I can get sales anywhere on the planet. I can move to Vietnam where it costs me $800 a month to live, and I can sell this and recruit teams all over the planet. That's fucking epic. Also, hypothetically, if North America goes into a recession or a depression in the next, I don't know, 1 to 5 years, hypothetically, if you're only making your money here, you're screwed. And I have teams in Hong Kong, but more importantly, I can sell anywhere on the planet. I can still be living in America, I can still be living in Canada, but I'm not confined to that one box under to make money. So it's really important you diversify your income, and it's like triple important that it's an international way to do so. Okay, this is where I'm going to get numbery, and so keep in mind that I'm going to go through this. It took me about 2 times to really grasp this compensation plan, but this is why I joined. I joined because of this. I quit everything I was doing and I put all my eggs into the basket when I saw this compensation plan. It's the best direct sales opportunity on the planet, and if you have a better one, I will quit and I will bring my entire team. And no one has been even able to come close yet in the 8 years that I'm doing this. This is the best direct sales opportunity on the planet. So to get your machine and your business ID, it costs $5,700 and it can be financed, especially in the States and Canada. They've got excellent financing opportunities. So your one-time investment is around 5K, it's 5,700. Every time a machine is sold or a person joins the company, which is the same thing, the company reinvests 54% into the team, into us. We get a sale, they give us basically half of the money for getting the sale. So every time a sale happens, 3,100 comes into our team and then it gets distributed. It's called the 8-point compensation plan. 8 points is equal to 3,100. Therefore, 1 point is equal to 390, right? 8 points, 3,120, 1 point, 390. There's 6 different positions that you are at in this company. There's no demotions and there is no quotas. So you don't get fired for in-performance. You don't get demoted for a lack of performance. Once you join, you only increase. Every time you get a sale, you get paid accordingly to the number of points or the rank that you are at. These numbers inside these yellow boxes are the total number of sales in your business and how you get promoted. So your first 2 sales, number 1 and number 2, are worth 390 each. When you get to your 3rd sale, it's now double, 780 each. When you get to your 11th sale, it's 1,100 each. I'm going to run you through a hypothetical so I can show you some of the mind-blowing reasons why I joined this company. So hypothetically, here you are. You got your business ID and you got your machine. Good job. You go out and you get those first 2 sales that we spoke about. So you made 390 plus 390. Now you're qualified for the 3rd sale, which makes 780. So your first 3 sales, you're going to make $1,500, basically paying off a quarter of your machine. Now pay attention closely to what I'm about to say because this is the second reason why I joined this company. That 3rd person that you got to join, you made 780 off of their sale. Then they went out and got 3 people. You also make 780 for every sale that they get. So they joined, you made 780. Then they brought 3 people onto a call like this, which I handled, and they sold 3 people. You make 780. So from just bringing that one person in, who then brought 3 in, you made 2720 just from that one person joining, and then from them getting sales, which pays over half of your one-time investment. So let's do some math. If you get 4 people in and they do 5 each, that's 20 total, you're going to make $13,600. Right? You invested $5,000, you brought 4 people in, they did 5 each, you made 13. It's just profit at this point. There's no recurring fees. So let's do some more math. Here you are at 4A. This is what I did. When I was 4A, my mom bought a machine, right? So mom buys a machine. Great. I make $1,500 for mom buying a machine. Then mom goes out and gets three more sales, 1,500 each. So you made 6,000 just from that one person joining. Now to get these rank ups, it's total volume. It's not just your sales. So if you got 1, 2, 3 people in, and then they got 20 people, you're going to land in this 4A position making $1,500. It's total sales, not just the sales you got. Here's a bunch of regular folks making stacks on our team. $3,000 in a day. It's just a bunch of people making stacks. I like to show this because it's really fun when you get to 101 sales because you're making over 2K per sale, but you get 4 people in there and you basically make 10 grand. Once you get to the 6A position, you now unlock these new positions. So I'm in this half of the compensation plan. I'm about to show you guys the third reason why I joined this company. In order to get to these next ranks, you have to help people get to 101 sales. So, for example, I don't care about taking my own sales anymore. What I care about is Max getting to 6A. So, in my mind, to get to my next rank ups, Max has to get to 101 sales. So the way that I build out my business is that if you're getting sales, I'm going to give you sales. I need Max to 101 sales. I don't actually care about getting there because I've already done it. Now, when you get to these positions, you get all these different types of bonuses. You get a 6,000 one-time bonus. You get monthly and quarterly bonuses based on the sales in your team, 15K bonus, 25K bonus. And so when you build this up, and I know I've been saying a lot, but I want you guys to focus on this for a second. Take a look at the screen. 6A2-3, let's say this is me. And then let's say this 6A2-2 is Max. Well, the only way for Max to get here is I need 2 of you guys to get to this position, which means I need 4 of you guys to get to the 6A position. That's how my brain is thinking right now. So pay attention to that because this is going to be done on basically a first come, first serve basis. When you get to this position, you get 5K a month on autopilot. Just comes on top of everything else. So you're getting 5K a month residually, plus all of those other bonuses. You're typically making around 300 to $500,000 when you're in this position. And the whole business can be willed to your family. So for me, that was why I joined. Again, I don't come from money. I joined when I was 24. And I was like, even if this took me 30 years, I'm going to be able to will, that's what wealth is, right? I'm going to be able to will 60K a year to my kids and their kids and their kids. It's like, this is legacy. This is wealth building stuff. So this is why I really joined the company. These are a bunch of people on our team that are crushing it. 6A2, they've got their positions. 6A2-2, he just hit 2-3. So he's hitting the bonuses now. This is Josh. When I met Josh, he was here. This was 7 years ago. So he went from here to this position. And if this guy can go from working in a factory here to this in 7 years, trust me, anybody can. It's been a miracle. Max, this is the buddy in the group that you've been talking to that I introduced you to the other day. This is Josh. I took this picture in Japan, and then this is some Filipino guy. He's absolutely crushing it. He got a $200,000 bonus check. And then this lady, Cynthia, I also met her. She's an absolute legend. So right now you're probably feeling like this. It's funny that I added this in here, which is fine. I know it's a lot of numbers. I know it's a lot of science. And yes, it's as good as you think it is. But I'm going to tell you about the strategy now. So our strategy is super straightforward. It's not complicated. This is not a get rich quick scheme. I'm not one of those guys that's going to say just buy the thing and get rich. That's not how this works. If you don't put in effort, nothing's going to happen. If you put in effort, a lot will happen. And our strategy is really straightforward. We have social marketing, which is like I purposely put non-cringe social marketing because so much of the social marketing sucks. It's so bad. And ours is non-cringy. We have simple systems, the 595 referral system, and then training. So the 595 is basically what Max is doing right now. The 595 is where you do 5% of the work and we do 95% of the work. You just bring people here, learn some of the basic stuff, but you bring people here, and then we do the 95%, which is presentations, paperwork, full-time availability, and then training. So I'm a trainer. I've been training for 12 years. This is what I do. Mindset, physicality, sales and business and finances, of course. And so we train you to be weapons, basically. That basically concludes the presentation. I'm just going to show you guys this because there is a strategy that you can use to make a lot more money if you do have the budget to do this. And it's basically where you end up buying multiple positions and then getting multiple commission checks. So when you buy the regular machine, your first 4 transactions is going to pay you between $2,000 and $8,000. So the total is $5,000 and you can get it for really cheap. Now, if you get 2 machines, you actually get a bonus check of $400. And so your bonus check can cover, whoever did that, please don't do that anymore. You get bonus checks of that amount. When you get 3 machines, you get a bonus check of $500, and your first 4 transactions will be between 3,000 and 11,000. So your bonus checks cover the first 2 months of your payments, and then if you get all four, we call this the business package. You can just make a lot more money. Your upfront investment is about $300 a month. However, you can make a lot more money. You can make about seven times the amount of profits on your first 8 sales. You can make upwards of $36,000 if you have the type of money to invest in this properly. So that concludes our presentation. And I'm now going to open up to questions and comments on everything. So hold on, I'll make it so you guys can unmute yourselves. So if you guys know how to like raise your hand, you can. Otherwise, just unmute yourself and chat. If you have any questions about me or the product, the science, or how the business works, now is going to be the best time to ask it.
So when someone buys, a customer buys a product, it gets shipped to them directly. You
That's
have an
right.
app or something, so I just have them fill out an app when I'm with the client, and then it gets shipped to them directly.
Correct. Correct. So the way that these companies work is there's like the way that companies work is there's product development and delivery and then payroll and then sales. And we are only responsible for sales. So we don't make the product, we don't deliver the product, and we don't have anything to do with payroll. We just build teams and we just do sales. That's all. That's good. That's good, Vincent. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How long have you? Maybe you already answered this. Sorry.
That's okay.
We're just hiking through the mountains right now. I'm looking out for snakes. So, how long have you been doing this for? That's my question.
I've been doing this for 8 years. 8 years with like honestly like 2 years of just fucking around in Asia and then another 2 years of building my other business. So I was like full time for 2 years and then I've basically been part time for 6.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's
Somebody
up,
asked in the chat.
Max?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
What's
got
up,
a
Hampton?
question. So, I say I sold 4 myself, and then I brought somebody on, and they sold 6 like that. Would that be 10 sales under my name? Is that how the progress works?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
It's total volume, not just yours. And like, you know, smart of you picking up on that because that actual thing was one of the main reasons why I joined. Because then you rank up quick and then you get way larger commissions on what you're doing. So yeah.
100%. And say you brought in like Max is doing. Say somebody brought in like 15 people. All of their sales go towards your rank to rank you up.
Correct. And then if
Gotcha.
they all get 2 people each, you're at 45.
Gotcha.
And if they all
Gotcha.
get 2 people each, you're at 90, and then you rank up. Yeah. Yeah. We're
100%.
the
having
method
people hit.
is we're all cool people and we all know a lot of cool people. So it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
web.
And like just for everyone here, like we're doing this on a first come first serve basis. Yeah. So if Hampton signs up first and then Vincent signs up next, Vincent's going to be Hampton's sale. So like this is how we do these types of things. Like you pull the trigger first, you reap the most rewards. That's just how we do it instead of any form of other emotional decision. It's just you join, you reap the fruits. Did you have a question, Nicholas? You unmuted yourself.
I have a lot of questions, but I can reach out to Max. Right now, my strategy is I'm kind of like the old head here, and I want to get like my kids in this. So,
Right.
would it be something I could buy, like, let's say, if buy like 3 units, I can have one, and both my kids can have one, and then they would be doing the thing, or do they have to sign up like under their name? How does that work if I want
Well, okay,
something
so
of that
it
nature?
depends on how old they are. But what you and ask all the questions here. Don't wait for the call with Max. Just ask me,
Oh,
right? And so,
yeah,
it depends on how old they are, but you can change the name at any time when it's direct family. So like I've had
yeah,
people that like you, they have like a 16-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old son, and they don't have the I can't remember what it is. They're just not allowed to basically do it until a certain age.
Yeah.
But then as soon as they turn of age, you just shift it over.
Yeah, mine are 23 and 26, so I think
Then
they're
then you can either put it in their name or not. That's between you and them. I don't need those
yeah.
details, but you can buy 3 machines all in your name, and if they behave or whatever, you can shift it over to them at any time.
So I can shift, like if I buy three under my name, I can shift two, one to each, and then they can do the sales and they kind of become part of my.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
correct. It's like I would get on a separate call with you to discuss design strategy, but that's totally what you can do. You can just have yours and then both of them. And why that's so excellent is because you saw, to get to those next level rank ups, you need to have 2 legs of those people. So it's like you are at the top, and then you've got child 1 and child 2, and you're just going to put sales under them because you need them
Yeah.
to 100 sales. That's your thinking. So that's like the best. That's what I did with my mom, right? Like I just put sales under my mom now like most of the time, just because I need her to get to that next rank. Yeah.
Okay. I
But it's
understand.
like
Thank you, Matthew.
the family design of this is like super intelligent to do. Like it's extremely, extremely intelligent to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I work 2 jobs, like kind of 2 full-time jobs already, remote. So I do have some time, but I think they would be the ones that would be able to go out and, actually do sales on the ground. So,
Well, and they're like, if they're that age, then it's like getting them into a culture like this is
yeah.
like the actual, like, as a parent, it's like whatever money you're investing here, the education that they're going to get comparatively to some institution compared to the cost is going to dramatically outweigh whatever an undergrad in some liberal arts or whatever.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. All right. We'll be in touch.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Let's see what we got here. How do you find customers? There's so many ways to find customers, guys. Like that's one of the biggest things. And whoever asked that, I'll tell you, is he even on here anymore? He just asked that in dip. Looks like he just asked that in dip. I'll answer the question still. With online business, there's 3 ways to get customers: direct sales, ads, and organic content. And that's the order that you build an online business in. Whether you're doing coaching, whether you're doing Kangen water, first is direct sales, second is ads, third is organic marketing. Why do we start with direct sales? Because you need budget to run ads. To do a proper ad campaign, you need to have time to make the ads, which you're not getting paid for. And then you need to have budget to pay for the ads, which you don't get paid for until it converts. So we do direct reach out, and there's numbers of different ways to do it. And there's billions of humans around the planet. We start with direct reach out. We start with the hot network. We start with the warm network. Then we go to the cold network. And it's not hard to do if you know what you're doing. Second, you create ads, and then you have the proper ad spend for it. And then you start to get leads, you start to get qualifiers, and then finally organic marketing. Most people try to start with organic marketing, which I just call post and pray. They're just posting and praying, please buy my thing. It doesn't work. Direct reach out, you guys are in sales, you know how that goes. A lot of rejection, a lot of W's. That's the way that it is. Ads and organic marketing. It's the same play everywhere. There's no magic. There's no secret sauce to becoming successful online. It's hard work and grit in the beginning until you figure out ads, and then it just becomes math. Like one of my businesses is just math now. I put 300 in, I get more out. I put 1,000 in, I get 5,000 out. It just becomes math once you figure out how to actually do the ads. Any other questions? Reese, do you got any questions, bro? Yeah, it was supposed to be an interesting call for you to be in here. That's super fun. This is my side hustle, dude. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, I joined this when I was 24 and I was $50,000 in debt. And this past month, I made like 12K and put a grand total of however much time I've put into this call into the business because I have teams doing it. I guess I had a couple conversations with Max about it. It was the best decision that I've ever made. It's a one-time investment of 5K, and you can literally do this from anywhere on the planet. But I invested in this and I moved straight to Vietnam. and my expenses to live like a king, party like a king, and eat like a king, was around 1,200 to 1,400 a month. And that's how much I made from one sale. So I would get 2 to 3 sales a month, stack profits, and live like an absolute king. Yeah, absolute king. And if you guys want to do that, literally, I've got the connections in Thailand and Vietnam to plug you guys into all those things. And so, um, typically what I will do, and I'll probably ask all of you guys this at some point, is like, do you have any logical reasons why you wouldn't join? Do you have any logical reasons about the science? Because if you do, we can talk about that. Do you have any logical reasons about the income? Oh, I don't have 5 grand or something. We can talk about that. Do you have any logical reasons about the strategy that I deploy? And I ask that because there are none that will actually work. It will all be an emotional reason why you choose not to, or some weird, like, I don't have a couple grand to throw at the wall, and we'll just have that conversation about it. And so, Chew, whoever that is, you look fired up. I want to hear you say something, dude. Say something. You look hilarious, bro.
I look hilarious, dude.
You
I
just look
love
fired
all
up. You're just like, yeah, like,
Yeah, bro, this is incredible.
Chewy, me and Chewy are gonna meet in Thailand and get hand jobs on the beach together for New Year's.
We
Working
are.
this job.
oh, great. I got. I'll get y'all guys set up. You don't even have to go look for it. I'll get you guys set up. Oh, yeah, great. It looks like you guys are in a hotel room on some door-to-door solar trip, would be my guess, which is dope, and power to you guys. And like, this is better. This is immensely better. So if I were you guys, if at your age, I would be joining this, going as hard as I can. And then in summers, I would go back and I would still send that door-to-door solar job. But it's like, it's about to get winter. You guys are going to get cooked if you don't have another form of income. And you can live super cheap. And, hopefully you guys aren't spending all your money on dumb shit, which happens a lot with door-to-door people. Invest in an asset that you can actually build. Stop buying bullshit food and trying to flex on your fucking gay little friends. Just invest into something smart and go and just start building a business that when you're my age, which I'm 32, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. Don't be one of those door-to-door people that just fucking ends up in the same bullshit. Fucking chew your lit. That ends up in the same just fucking repeat rinse container. Guys, this is your time to ask the questions, right? This is going to be the best time. Like, Nicholas, you said you had more questions. Do you have more questions? Like, I want to get all this because remember, this is recorded and I'm going to put this in the group. So it's like, ask all the questions if you have more. Did you have more, Nicholas? Yeah.
Well, right now I'm thinking, so for the financing, how does that work? I know you said you can put the money down or you can pay monthly. Is that something that goes through like a third party bank? What is
Yep.
what is the
Yeah, it's
financing?
third party, and there's bunches of different options. Given like the state of the economy, they're not as forgiving as they used to be. Interest rates will vary. It's better if you can, honestly, if you can just buy it, that's the best, because obviously there's no interest involved. If you can't just buy it, lines of credit will be the best, because of the interest rate. And it's like, if you can't just buy it and you can't get a line of credit, buying it is like, there's no interest rate that would even matter. The company should be worth the just the opportunity to sell anywhere on the planet and recruit anywhere on the planet should be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Like, opening up some shitty franchise in the United States costs millions. This is a couple grand to sell anywhere on the planet. So, but yeah, there's several different options, and you and I can hop on a call and we can chat about it. I'll put them into the chat. I've obviously got a call with Max after this to discuss our strategy that we're going to roll out going forward. Yeah. So yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, I know you had it posted about you. One unit was 5,700. How much was like to get 2 and 3 total?
So the price of we don't give discounts. I can't give
Oh, okay.
But what happens is if you sell a unit, or if you buy a unit and then you buy a second one, you get commissions on that second one that you buy. It counts as a sale. So
Okay.
kind of like a discount because you're getting a
I
kick
got you.
on the sale.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like what we would do
Okay.
with you, for example, would be like you, child one, child two. Then this one, that one gets commissions and that one gets commissions. So
I got it.
stack them like that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. That's all. There's your questions? Yeah. Excellent. Okay, good. Any other questions, guys? Max, do you want to say anything while you're on here?
Only thing I'd tell you guys is I've spent really I'm down in the red, boys. Down in the red, but full trust in this. So if you guys are in a similar financial position where it's like little sus, then let's just fucking full send it and see what happens because Matthew is 50K in debt, so I don't think any of us are that bad.
Yeah, I went from 50 to 55 and like it was an excellent decision. It was an excellent decision. I don't need to say how things are going. It was an excellent decision. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, if that's all, then I'm gonna wrap up this call and I'll drop the recording into the chat in the next probably 30 minutes, hour. And if you guys are really interested, then reach out to Max or reach out to me. And if you have other questions, reach out to Max or reach out to me. Or what would be best would be to actually ask them in the group chat itself. Yeah.
Real quick,
Yeah.
can you send me the actual slideshow, like the presentation itself? I know you're gonna drop the recording, but could I get the actual presentation?
Sure. Yeah. I sell that to other Kangen distributors, but I'll put it in the chat.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, fellas. Well, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your weekend, door-to-door salespeople. Remember that the more people you talk to, the more sales you get, and we'll be in contact, lads. Have a great rest of your week. Ciao.
Thanks, Matthew. Thanks, Max.